I'm Dan Galusha and welcome to another edition of Shootin' Plink. Today we're going to start the sighting in process of our ATI Alpha15 right here. And how we're going to do that is use a boresight laser. Now, with this sort of a sight, which I've already got them popped up, you can't really see at the distance as far as the laser goes, like for 50 yards. It's there, and if you have a scope or something like that, you can see it. But adjusting these is a little bit different. So 25 yards is about max, and because of that, I'm just using the laser. I can do that right here in the backyard, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how I do that, and I'll show you the gadget I'm using. It's a thing that's put out by Texas Precision Optics. I've already had it out. I've got the batteries. It's got real little batteries, and I'll show you here. It uses 3 of them. There, like that. So you know why I've got the batteries already in. Don't want to be fumbling around out here while we're on camera and what have you. Here's the gadget itself. I showed you that in the other video that we'd had. And we'll get that out of here. It's not a very big thing. And to turn the laser on, it's definitely not on right now. You take this right back here, where the end of your round would actually be, and screw that in, and then you've got your laser right there. I'm going to unscrew that until because these batteries only last, I guess, about an hour, from what I understand. Of course, it shouldn't take you that long anyway. And basically, since I'm going to be doing this at 25 yards, we're going to be looking more windage than we are elevation, because at 25 yards it's going to change just a little bit on a 50, but as long as I can get that windage in there, then I can hit it on that line and get it close even. I'll probably do it for elevation if I have to, and I really don't know if I will on this, but with it even close that way, I know I'm going to hit that target when I shoot it at 50. Then I'll be able to take my monocular or my binoculars or whatever, something that I can see at a distance, and see how it hit, and then adjust it accordingly. So we'll do that when we go to Cedar Oaks, but right now we're going to do the initial adjustment. And like I said, all you do with this, and I'll go ahead and put this, or should we show you how we do it, and lay this down, not lose it. It's not all that big. You bring this back, of course, lock it into place like that, and then you just drop that right here. You take it and you drop it right down in, just like loading a single shot gun, and she will drop right in, and you can push it in there like that. That's why I got the magazine out. And then you bring this shut. I'm not going to bring it all the way shut right now because I do have it extended just a little bit. And I don't slap it shut. I just ease it into there. But that's what we're going to do. I'm going to bring it back out because we're going to have to turn it on. And let's go over where we're going to be at the air gun range that I've got, the 50 or the 25 yard air gun range. And that's where we're going to sight this in. Okay, you'll notice that there is a card hanging from a grapevine. That's what I'm going to be aiming at. And we'll see what we can see down there. I'll put the gun up here. And what I'm using is a yoke, by the way. And I can see the dot. Hang on. Get this stock adjusted. Boy, it's hard to see that dot in this light. Put it over here. There it is. Okay. Over there. We ought to be right on the card. And looking at this site, it's pretty much right on that dot, so I don't really have to do a lot. Looks like it might be Yeah, it is. It's a little bit to the right. So we gotta move this thing. Yeah, that's what it is. Let's see what we got here. Looks like I'm going the wrong way. Trying to bring that to there. There we go. Now that should be right on that card. And you might have heard the clicks. That's the one thing I like about these Feyachi sights. But I'm right on that card. And that's what I said, I'm doing it. And the elevation is just a little high on the sights, but not much. Yeah, I tell you though, this is really weird. I'm not too sure that this sight is working right, and I'll show you why when we get up there. Okay, you can see it right here. That's where I'm sighting. So where I'm sighting on that card, it's right on the money. Now I'm going to go show you what I'm talking about on the sight. Alright, I came back and I looked at this. Now, what I had done, and I've re-zeroed it now. The reason being, and I'll show you right here. You can probably see the markings on this back here. Maybe you can. Alright, I had this clear over here. That just isn't right. I know it's not. You know, is it this boresighter? I don't think so. Because now that I'm looking at this, I'm thinking it's these Feyachi sights. Because if I look like this, right down the line, this back sight is leaning this way. It's not looking right at the, there's just something wrong. If I look straight down that, right down this, at this post, this front post, this is leaning over this way. And I'm going to go get the wrench. I cannot see any way to make it lean that other direction. But I'll sure loosen it, take a try. It just might be the sight. So just hang with me. We're going to do this again because what I did is I just turned the cameras off because it's going to, and I knew it was going to take me a little while. I switched these back out. These are the original sights that came on the gun. There is no leaning to it. I can look down it this way and I can get right on it. This back here on this, and I don't know, I'm going to look at it somewhat, but even looking at it this way, and it definitely, this is leaning to this direction. The whole thing, if you put this down flat, I have no idea how they get done it, but this is actually leaning. Thus, there's my problem. So we're going to re-boresight this now. We're going to go back there again and we're going to try it all again, but we're going to do it with these, and I've got it zeroed, pretty much so. Well, at least I think it is. I don't know. I'm going to there, that's zeroed. Okay, that's zeroed. So we're going to start now at the zeroing. I'm going to put this little boresighter back in. I've been blaming on it this, and it may not be that. And we'll screw that down, and we're going to take it back there and do all this again. Okay, we're back here again. We got this zoomed in on that card, and I'll put this up here. I get that dot. Hopefully I can see that dot. There it is, right there. Okay. All right. Elevation definitely needs changed, and because it's off to the right of that card when I really don't want to do. There we go. It's to the right, and so we're going to move that. Yeah, the dot I know is going to be wobbling around. Okay, I'll sight it again. Okay, it's right in line with that card. Pretty much. I'm going to go just a little bit, 2 more clicks. Another click. Back 2 more clicks. And I'm getting closer. That's, the windage is on. You can see that. I've got it right on that card. And it's just trying needs to be an elevation adjustment. But with this one, I don't need the tool. I forgot about that. This is different. Quite a bit of an adjustment on the elevation. There we go. Okay, that should be just about dead center of that card. And it is. Yep, it is. Wobbles around, of course, a little because I don't have it on a bench. But that's okay. She's freestanding anyway. So now I'm going to put my sling, so yeah, things are going to change. Yeah, now I'm going to brace this up, put her where I'd shoot, and right there ought to be middle of that card. I definitely hit the gong. No, let him back again. Yeah. I keep looking up to see. When I move, okay, yeah, that's where she ought to be. That's what I do as far as like freestanding, as far as adjusting it in. It's just a yoke, and I put that on there, and then, like I told you, I was going to use my sling, and I did. I put it around this way, and that's how I do it towards the last, because this braces me up good. And looking right here, the windage is right on, and the elevation, looking at the dot that I'm looking at right over here, is way low, which it would be because it's extremely close. So, yeah, but if I was going to shoot at 25 yards, it should be pretty much right on. At 50 yards, yeah, probably not. I'm going to hit just slightly higher on that target. But I'm going to know that, and I can adjust accordingly. But it's better than just starting off with saying, I don't know what I'm going to shoot. You might fire around, well, where did it go? Maybe it's way off somewhere. Shouldn't be, but, you know, that happens. And we're going to get this out of here. There it is, right there. Put this gun down. And we will turn this off. See, still going. And now that we turn that off, there. That's all you gotta do, just twist that little back. So maybe that thing doesn't work too bad. I'll show you here. This is a set over here a ways. I haven't had to move it over there, so there was some of that, but I still think it was that Feyachi, because I mean I had that one drastically over, just about all the way that it could go. And that just wasn't right. And when I look down this now, I can look like this, and I can take it and look at this sight from this direction and look right down and see it. With that other one, if I held it back like this, I could obviously see that this rear sight, put this down, this rear sight was cockeyed. I can look at it right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. And I know my hand isn't the most level thing in the world, but if you look at it from this way and we try to keep that straight, I don't know if you can see how cockeyed this is leaning this direction. I know it is. So it was those sights that were messing us up on this. Well, the next time that we take out the ATI Alpha, and I'm going to use the actual OEM sights that came with it. I'm not going to try anything else. If we try anything down the road, it's probably going to be a red dot, and might be another Feyachi, and hopefully, because I have had troubles with the red dots too. But last time I got it in pretty good. I may try it. All of that's cockeye. I was going to say I'm going to try that on a different gun at some point, but I don't know. I think maybe they're just going back. That's all there is to it. But as I said, next time we take this thing out, we're actually going to fire around at 50 yards, see what it does, and then adjust this accordingly. And while we're talking about the adjustment, you know, you heard me say, oh yeah, this is got the one with the wheel. I kind of like that, because you don't have to worry about that extra tool. Can you see this right here? See that little wheel right there? Okay, that's, I like that, because you're out in the field, you need to make an adjustment. You don't have to worry about having your tool with you or anything else. You can just use that right there, and it's got clicks. If you'll notice, when I was doing that, it was clicking. In fact, I was very surprised that this had clicks, because some of these that I've adjusted, they don't. But, so, yeah, I'd said before, the thing that I'm worried about, but I'm not as much now after I did that, is bumping these so that it knocks the windage off. I'm not worried about that as much now. Like when I push it down here and it locks in place. That's what's nice. It locks in place good. You can hear that click. There. It's got good clicks both ways, and they lock in place, and again, you can hear it. I mean, it clicks down. And so those OEMs, I'm talking about it before, these OEMs, I wasn't that impressed. Now, yeah, they're not too bad. They're not Magpols, without a doubt. But still, I think they're going to work. And again, I also painted that white, as you know, up here on top. That didn't come that way. That's my deal. So until next time, shoot safe and have a great day of plinking.